Here's the truth. Almost all workout research has been done on men. As women, we've been taught to just copy-paste this advice, the reason why we struggle and fail. So let's debunk some of these theories. The first and very, very common copy-pasted narrative I come across is when women work out empty stomach, or worse, fueled on plain black coffee in the morning. Women's studies show that we fail to trigger muscle protein synthesis after a fasted state workout. Simple words, you can train hard and still get zero gains if you're training hungry. Why, you ask? Because eating after a fasted workout session can help men bounce back with muscle synthesis, but as women, it doesn't work the same way. Working out, even strength training in fasted state, we fail to switch on muscle protein synthesis. Our body burns the very muscle we want to build for better metabolism, weight loss, and health span. Second, women are a lot more cortisol sensitive than men. This cortisol sensitivity further increases in our luteal phase, which is about 10 odd days before our periods, and even in our perimenopausal phase, which is 10 odd years before menopause. And specifically in women with PCOS, thyroid issues, or adrenal fatigue, which is a lot of us. In simple words, this means we are more sensitive to stress response. Remember, cortisol is the opposite of insulin. It increases blood sugar, and elevated over long periods of time leads to inflammation, all of which further declines our metabolism and muscle mass. Now, fasted workouts add a double stress hit. First, from low fuel, second, from the workout itself. So the workout stress that is meant to be good stress, which is meant to build our longevity and of course all of the wonderful benefits, loses that, pushing us into cortisol spike, raised blood sugar, insulin resistance, and increased fat storage. So instead of burning fat, you're now storing fat and losing muscle. So what do? First principles. Women need more protein, specifically as we cross 35. With or without workout, we should be aiming for 1.8 to 2 grams per kg of our body weight every single day. Want to be healthy, thin, and fit? This principle needs to be non-negotiable. Which means if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, you have to supplement, and that's fortunately or unfortunately the honest truth. Next first principle, strength train. Ditch that endless cardio train. There's no point chasing calorie burn when what you actually need is to build lean muscle mass that amps up your metabolism, burns more calories while you're sleeping. Moving to the second principle, fuel your workouts correctly. I often see women with broken relationships with food and their body. It's not your fault. We have been taught for ages that we need to be small, take less space, and shrink ourselves. It's time to first rewire and re-establish our relationships with ourselves. Start looking at food as fuel. Understand that protein is your building block, and healthy fats will keep you ageless. Plus, healthy complex carbs are needed to fuel all the activities that honestly make life worth living. It's not just about being alive, it's about living a life that's worthy. Now, back to how do we fuel your workout. 1. When you're strength training or doing HIIT, always fuel before the workout. Remember, you need at least 10 to 20 grams of protein with a little bit of carbs, and this is before your workout. And immediately after your workout, replenish with 30 grams of protein. And when I say immediately, you have a 2-hour window after the workout is done. Second, when you're doing low intensity cardio like walking, then fasted movement is fine as long as it is below 45 minutes in duration, and you fuel with 30 grams of protein within the 90 to 120 minutes after the workout. Also, remember to fuel with 10 to 20 grams of protein within 30 to 60 minutes of waking up, irrespective of whether you work out or not. This fuels for your hormones, brain, and building blocks for your overall health. Lastly, sync your workouts with your cycle. Your follicular phase, which is right after your period, is the best time for pushing intensity. Your luteal phase, which is just before your period, about 10 odd days before you start bleeding, is when you need to scale back. Fuel more, focus on strength maintenance and recovery, and make sure you're getting more protein and healthy fats. And the same thing for perimenopausal phase. Treat every day like your luteal phase. You need higher protein. You can easily go up to 2.2 to 2.5 grams per kg of your body weight every day when you're in your perimenopausal phase, and absolutely no fasted workouts. See, your biology is not broken. It's different from the man's biology on which all of the research of the traditional health advice that you get has been done. It's time we stop copy pasting this and respect our miraculous hormonal bodies that are capable of so much more